ukulele for ukulele practice today. Hey, Ben. Ben. Oh, and I am ThreePlusKei, your favorite social worker, and I feel like today I was really in my element. I think if somebody observed me, they would think I was all over the place. But I call it organized chaos. So I got a lot of work done because I didn't have a schedule, if that makes sense. I had the freedom to work on what I wanted to work on. And for that, then, more work got done because I didn't really work on anything that I didn't want to work on today. So it was just like butter. It was like knocking things out. I had a meeting at 6 o'clock tonight, and it went until 7:30. But it was such a blessing. I work with kids. Well, I work with the parents of kids that have mental health issues. And what I was telling this particular parent tonight is one thing I really enjoy about my job and pointing out to parents is, you know, the kids come and they have like big behaviors. They need an SED diagnosis, which means a severe emotional disorder, serious emotional disturbance, however you want to put it. So big behaviors in layman's terms, big feelings, big behaviors. And Ben, you're a parent. I don't know how you feel with this in regard to your own kids, but sometimes it's difficult to enjoy your kids. And what I've noticed, particularly today, and had just a fantastic time pointing out, is that yes, your kid is tough, and yes, you're not sleeping, or maybe you don't even like your kid right now, but your kid did come home and tell you whatever happened during their lunch period today, meaning you still have connection with your child despite all this other stuff in the periphery, the big behaviors and the big feelings. And I love when parents kind of like think about that for a second, like, yeah, I am still connected with my kid. I am still bonded with my kid. And I think that's really special because parenting is hard and it doesn't get easier. And well, maybe for some people, depends on what kind of kid you have. But at the end of the day, people are just trying their best, right? They're just trying their best. I realize with the algorithm, the title of this has nothing to do with really the kind of content that I make. So the title is Box Squats Without a Box. And then there's a gift. Instead of a box or a little shruggy guy, I made sure to put a gift box. And the reason why is because I talked to somebody today who is a power lifter. And I was saying, oh, thanks, Jesus is King. I hope you had a blessed day too. I was saying that I'm getting back into my fitness journey, and strength training is a part of that. But I have limited equipment. and I was asking them for some good training advice, and they said, and I have weak knees because I have weight on me. And they said, try box squats, like get a box. And I was like, I don't have a box. The likelihood of me getting a box is pretty low. But I have the chair that I'm sitting on. So to do my homework right before I hit live today, I put my chair against the wall and I tried box squats for the first time, and I'm going to incorporate that. And it's such I want to tell you guys this. There's people all around you with all sorts of knowledge and all sorts of ways to help you. And the Lord created it that way. We were created to be in community. And so we all have like our gifts and our talents and our things that are good about us and helpful. But we have to talk to one another to understand what those gifts and talents are that people are meant to share. Everything that's good about you, you are meant to be of service in that way to other people. And I think that gets lost in translation a lot. Like sometimes I see people and they're very studious, and I'm a rather studious person myself. But what's the point of having all this knowledge if you're not going to share the knowledge? Forget about applying the knowledge, but sharing the knowledge. If you're a guy with your big bulky muscles, what's the point of having those muscles if you're not going to help somebody move from time to time or whatever? And so the gift that this person gave me, this power lifter gave me, was the gift of box squats, which I never would have thought to do. And I'm just very appreciative. If I'm not grateful for any other thing that happened today, it would be that I learned that box squats are a thing and I can use the chair I was sitting on to do them instead of purchasing a box to squat on. All right. So let's get through this ukulele lesson and see what happens. This guy, I keep saying he talks a lot. He's kind of like holding this ukulele like this right now. But one thing we can do is practice while he's talking. So we have A minor,
on Ultimate Guitar or any ukulele websites
G,
or anything, you need to make sure that you
C.
change or transpose the chords.
Oh, you know what I saw today is a woman who was kind of it was down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's try it. Down, 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 up, slap, down, up. Down, up, slap, down, up. Except instead of slap, I do this. So let's try it with the A minor. A better way is C, G, A minor, F. Do you guys have goals? And are you like, I do have yearly goals, but they start on September 8th, which is the birthday of someone, the person who meant the best person in my life. I will never, well, maybe, I don't know, but it's hard for me to see that I will be loved unconditionally again in my lifetime. That person passed away, but on their birthday every year, I set my annual goals, and that's September 8th. Most people set their goals on January 1st, and that's fine. But my question is, do you guys have goals that you're working toward? And for me, this channel is all about prioritizing God, your physical health, and persistent education. And so in doing so, I've started to volunteer at the church that I go to for physical health. I literally threw away anything that was not healthy outside of like baking, like flour and, sugar and cornstarch. Outside of that type of stuff, I threw away all processed foods. And so the result of that is I just eat what I have. It's the middle of winter, so ain't nobody trying to like really go to the store like that. It's 7 degrees right now. So I'm addressing my physical health, and then persistent education is kind of what you're seeing right now. Is I'm learning super slowly the ukulele, but I keep getting distracted. Like right here is the ukulele practice guy, the ukulele tutor. But I saw a YouTube short today, and this lady had a strum pattern that was down, up, slap, down, up. And so I got distracted, and that's what you see me doing now. So we're going to do the down, up, slap, down, up with our C, G, A minor, and F. And so it's all practice, right? Anything in life. One thing I do, once I get kind of like the hang of it, right here is a keyboard, and I'll put the keyboard, I'll just like play a slow beat and then speed up from there. Cause I like a beat. I like a little boom bap, you know. You know what I mean? You had to get in there. I don't think the goal we have and by we I mean me, but the goal I have is to finish this 10-day, there's 10 lessons, and then this guy, Andy Guitar, hopefully will make me into a ukulele aficionado. Ukulele master. The best ukuleleist to ever have done it before. So that's kind of the goal. Reminds me of patting my head while rubbing my hair. Yeah. Ukulele guru. Yes, because we are on social media where we can be experts without that being the case. Heart. What do you mean? All right, here we go.
So that when you're looking at the chords,
it's just that this guy talks so much, it's hard to kind of
up or down till they look like chords that you can play.
You know.
That's as easy as I can make it for you.
Oh, I forgot. So what I was saying, I have like 10 goals to accomplish every day.
Is looking for those chords C, G,
and today I haven't accomplished many of them. Barely, like 45 minutes outside, 45 minutes of exercise inside, and I've got like 7 minutes of each left. That's what I mean, like barely meeting my goals. I have a way that I eat every day, 120 grams of protein, 5 servings of vegetables, 2 to 5 servings of fruit, 48 grams of grains. I have my fish and my beets waiting to be eaten. It's been kind of like a slow day that way.
We're looking at plenty of songs that you know the chords to. It just limits the amount of things that are going to go wrong. It just means
I think routine is like the theme song to my life. Without routine, I'm so mischievous.
Very different to play full, complete songs.
I'll be doing anything. You'll catch me skateboarding in the snow, messing around without a routine.
Work on those core skills of actually strumming, singing, playing, all those sort of things. Really. So the second strumming pattern that we looked at, this one's from day 2 as well. Down, down, up, down. Little bit quicker, but a really cool strumming pattern. Even if it's not the proper song, we can just work as kind of a second option when it's a little bit, when the song's a little bit quicker, basically. Down, down, up, down, up.
Hey, Afton. Hey, Afton, do you have any more of that pork belly? You got any more of that stuff laying around?
If that doesn't work in a chord sequence,
It's almost Wednesday.
we can go for 2 bars of each one of those.
It's the
chords.
real
That's the
question.
strumming pattern, which would be.
Yeah, Ben.
That, if it doesn't work with 1 bar of each, it will work.
Afton and her husband make this delicious pork belly.
Often it's not the.
It's pretty amazing.
It's just the length of
What'd you do today?
we're on each chord for that changes between.
Or I think the question would be, did you do anything out of the ordinary today? Something different.
The key of C. There's one fantastic song example that is just.
I worked all day, but
These are the pop songs.
it didn't really feel like it. I guess I like what I do. Sometimes when there's like stuff due, it's a little more cumbersome, but
this one sort of, defines them all, absolutely. And this is those same 4 chords in the same order, we're just doing 10 strums of each. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me.
and then
And
C.
this is your sort of classic
Okay.
kind of a 4-chord song.
So we learned something. Worked, then rest, trying to get over this crud, suspect whooping cough. Really? What's the solution for whooping cough? How do you solve that? Or is it something that just needs to get kind of like fleshed out? Rest. Yeah. Do you do anything in particular for rest? Because rest means different things for different people. Rest for me would not be lay down somewhere, for instance, or rest for me would not be to watch TV. Rest for me would be maybe in the summer being in my hammock. I really enjoy that. Or reading would probably be restful. What does rest mean to you? Stretching out on the couch with your toes dangling over the side. Is that you, Ben? With your black tea? Trying to avoid physical exertion. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, you gotta rest. How long does it last? How long does your whooping cough last? Or like the typical, like have you looked into it and then would you consider going to a doctor? And if not, at what point do you start to consider seeking medical services? Oh, I'm glad you're on here. So Bible studies tomorrow. And I haven't really made up my mind, but I don't really want, this is going to sound terrible. I don't really want to be around anybody. I'm in like this headspace where I don't want to like it's on of the one of the hard ones to shake last time about 6 weeks. That's so, I don't want to like have a lot of conversation right, like I don't want to be in a group setting. Does that make sense? And so the problem with not wanting to be in a group setting as it would relate to the body of Christ is that all of this that I had talked about earlier with, we have our gifts and our talents and our knowledge and the services that we provide, and it's all meant to serve one another and uplift one another. Me not attending Bible study is not allowing myself to be utilized, if not for, an uplifting word or something like that. It sounds, at this point right now, it sounds like work. It sounds like emotional labor. And so if I was somebody else talking to me, I would say just go anyway and be yourself. Well, yeah. And then the other thing is I have a meeting in the morning that I need to be present for. So the other problem is I didn't go last week. I didn't go to Bible study last week. And if I don't go this week, now we've developed a pattern of not going, and I really don't want that for me to like get out of the habit of convening, because I already don't go on Sundays. But I have a habit of isolating. It's interesting to be self-aware and to still continue on with maladaptive behaviors. If I was being completely honest, I feel like sometimes in group settings, I am intentional about relating to other people and having conversations with other people. And however selfish it is, I don't know how often anybody relates to me that way. And so it can be cumbersome in that way. Like, I like people and I like relating to people, but oftentimes it feels like I'm carrying it, and that's my gift, right? I'm good at conversing, and somebody described to me as disarming, which I would probably agree with. I think that's a good description, but it's a large part of my job to kind of get people to lower their defenses very quickly. I connect quickly. I think what I'm saying is it's almost rare that somebody seeks to connect with me. And I know that that is selfish, but the headspace that I'm currently in, that's really like what I need, is for somebody to just be like interested in me, or like wanting to have a conversation with me for the intention to connect with me. And so, since that's not really a thing, right now it sounds cumbersome to put myself in a group environment where I'm not like paid to be there. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And I know that's not right. But that's kind of like where I'm at. And my fear is that I will isolate as a pattern if I don't go tomorrow. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's 8:30. It is time for me to wash dishes. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to finish eating my food and complete my workouts for the day and read. Yeah. All right. Talk to you later.